Top 10 Inventions that Changed the World. Hello viewers, welcome to another exciting edition and thanks for watching. Today we shall be talking about top 10 inventions that changed the world. Humans are an ingenious species. Though we've been on the planet for a relatively short amount of time, because the Earth is 4.5 billion years old, modern Homo sapiens have dreamed up and created some amazing, sometimes far out things. From the moment someone bashed a rock on the ground to make the first sharp-edged tool, to the debut of the wheel, to the development of Mars rovers and the internet, several key advancements stand out as particularly revolutionary. You may think you can't live without your tablet computer and your cordless electric drill, but what about the inventions that came before them? Humans have been innovating since the dawn of time to get us to where we are today. If you are new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss any of our amazing videos. Here are just 10 of the hundreds of inventions that profoundly changed your world. What else would be on your list? Number 10. Stone tools. Stone tools were humanity's earliest technology, invented more than 2 million years ago by Homo habilis, an early human ancestor. The simplest implements known to their discoverers as choppers were sharpened stones made by smashing one stone against another. This clever, if crude mortar tool could be used for cutting, sawing, crushing or smashing. Without this innovation, humanity would have never known the spork. Number 9. The wheel. Before the invention of the wheel in 3500 BC, humans were severely limited in how much stuff we could transport over land and how far. Apparently, the wheel itself wasn't the most difficult part of inventing the wheel. When it came to time to connect a non-moving platform to that rolling cylinder, things got tricky, according to David Anthony, a professor of anthropology at Hartwick College. The stroke of brilliance was the wheel and axle concept, Anthony previously told Life Science, but then making it was also difficult. For instance, the holes at the center of the wheels and the ends of the fixed axles had to be nearly perfectly round and smooth, he said. The size of the axle was also a critical factor, as was its snugness inside the hole, not too tight but not too loose either. Number 8. Edison's cylinder phonograph. Thomas Alva Edison's cylinder phonograph brought music to the masses. It was the first type of record player, which used tin foil sheet and a vibrating stylus. The 1857 invention was a far cry from the iPod, but it heralded the beginning of portable music. Just think, before the phonograph, if people wanted to listen to a song, they had to find someone to play it. Imagine seeking out Lady Gaga every time you wanted to hear Poker Face. Number 7. The nail. Without nails, civilization would surely crumble. This key invention dates back to more than 2000 years, to the ancient Roman period, and became possible only after humans developed the ability to cast and shape metal. Previously, wood structures had to be built by interlocking adjacent boards geometrically, a much more arduous construction process. Until the 1790s and early 1800s, hand-wrought nails were the norm, with a blacksmith hitting a square iron rod and then hammering it on four sides to create a point. According to the University of Vermont, nail-making machines came online between the 1790s and the early 1800s. Technology for crafting nails continued to advance after Henry Bazema developed a process to mass-produce steel from iron. The iron nails of yesteryear slowly waned, and by 1886, 10% of US nails were created from soft steel wire, according to the University of Vermont. By 1913, 90% of nails produced in the US were steel wire. Meanwhile, the screw, a stronger but harder to insert fastener, is thought to have been invented by the Greek scholar Archimedes in the 3rd century BC. Number 6. Wright Flyer of 1903. A list of inventions would simply be incomplete without mention of the Wright brothers' historic flight. In 1903, the Wrights demonstrated that an airplane could sustain flight under the control of a pilot, a feat that had never been before accomplished. This invention changed everything from travel to shipping. Without the Wright Flyer, we wouldn't have destination weddings or last-minute shipping for Christmas. Number 5. The compass. Ancient mariners navigated by the stars, but that method didn't work during the day or on cloudy nights. and so it was unsafe to voyage far from land. The Chinese invented the first compass sometime between the 9th and 11th century. It was made of lodestone, a naturally magnetized iron ore, the attractive properties of which they had been studying for centuries. Here pictured is a model of an ancient Chinese compass from the Han Dynasty. It is a south indicating ladle, or Sinan, made of polished lodestone. Soon after, the technology passed to Europeans and Arabs through nautical contact. The compass enabled mariners to navigate safely far from land, increasing sea trade and contributing to the age of discovery. Number 4. Iconoscope television camera and Kinescope receiver. The Iconoscope television camera and Kinescope receiver were invented by Vladimir Kosma-Zworykin, a Russian-born American engineer, in the 1920s. Transmitting an image from one place to another not only made it possible for you to get your Saturday morning cartoon fix, but also for news and other important information to travel quickly around the world. Number 3. The printing press. The German Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press around 1440. Key to its development was the land mold, a new molding technique that enabled the rapid creation of large quantities of metal movable type. Though others before him, including inventors in China and Korea, had developed movable types made from metal, Gutenberg was the first to create a mechanized process that transferred the ink, which he made from linseed oil and soot, from the movable type to paper. With this movable type process, printing presses exponentially increased the speed with which book copies could be made, and thus they led to the rapid and widespread dissemination of knowledge for the first time in history. 20 million volumes had been printed in Western Europe by 1500. Among other things, the printing press permitted wider access to the Bible, which in turn led to alternative interpretations, including that of Martin Luther, whose 95 Theses, a document printed by the 100,000, sparked the Protestant Reformation. Number 2. Integrated circuit. Modern electronics simply would not be possible without the integrated circuit, which was invented in 1958 by Jack Kilby. The integrated circuit is also known as the all-important microchip that powers your smartphone, your Furby, and even parts of your car. Number 1. Apple II personal computer. Whether you're currently in a library, laboratory, or bathroom stall, you wouldn't be reading this list without the invention of the personal computer. In 1977, Stefan Wozniak unveiled the Apple II, the PC that arguably paved the way to widespread personal home computer use. Apple has since become a household name, and the computer has evolved from what once took up an entire room to a device that can fit in your purse or pocket. Now that's what I call science. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel and turn on post notification.